Indian diplomat, we have an Indian diplomat who was posted at India's permanent mission at the UN in New York, who slammed Pakistan. So India shown the mirror to Pakistan, and she slammed Sharif's speech at the UNGA and pointed out how Pakistan, in fact, has been using terror to disrupt elections in J&K. Pakistan has a global reputation of terrorism, she says, and they have employed and deployed cross-border terrorism as a weapon to be using against its neighbor. Watch how India showed the mirror to Pakistan at the UN.
Mr. President, this assembly regrettably witnessed a travesty this morning. A country run by the military with a global reputation for terrorism, narcotics trade, and transnational crime has had the audacity to attack the world's largest democracy. I speak about the reference to India in the speech of the Pakistani Prime Minister. As the world knows, Pakistan has long employed cross-border terrorism as a weapon against its neighbors. It has attacked our parliament, our financial capital Mumbai, marketplaces and pilgrimage routes. The list is long. For such a country to speak about violence anywhere is hypocrisy at its worst. It is even more extraordinary for a country with a history of rigged elections to talk about political choices, that too in a democracy. The real truth is that Pakistan covets our territory and in fact has continuously used terrorism to disrupt elections in Jammu and Kashmir, an inalienable and integral part of India. A reference has been made to some proposal of strategic restraint. There can be no compact with terrorism. In fact, Pakistan should realize that cross-border terrorism against India will inevitably invite consequences. It is ridiculous that a nation that committed genocide in 1971 and which persecutes its minorities relentlessly even now dare speak about intolerances and phobias. The world can see for itself what Pakistan really is. Mr. President, we are talking about a nation that for long hosted Osama bin Laden, a country whose fingerprints are on so many terrorist incidents across the world, whose policies attract the dregs of many societies to make it their home. Perhaps it should come as no surprise that its Prime Minister would so speak in this hallowed hall.
My colleague Rishabh is joining us live on the broadcast. Rishabh, India showing the mirror to Pakistan at the UN, and rightly so, isn't it?
Well, definitely. The Indian delegation at United Nations in New York has very categorically pointed out what is wrong with Pakistan, and also reminding the world that be it Mumbai 2611, be it the Sarojini Nagar or other blast in Delhi, or for that matter attacks on Amarnath Yatra and Vaishno Devi Yatra, has been orchestrated directly from Pakistan, and also goes on to talk about how Pakistan, which is an entity of its military, has no right to speak about violence anywhere. Remember, yesterday, Shehbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, had spoken about Jammu and Kashmir and have instigated India by raking up Article 370. India very categorically said that Kashmir does not belong to Pakistan, and the part of Kashmir that they have in their control is illegally under their control. So very categorically, an undersecretary level officer of Indian mission to United Nations.
All right, so thank you for joining us with all these details.